Welcome to Will It Build, the series where I take your builds from my YouTube comments and Discord server and put them to the test to see if they are the real deal. If it's solid, then I'll gift you 1,000 silver, and if it's really something special, you'll be featured in a dedicated build video for your submitted build. So comment yours below so we can answer the question, will it build? Welcome to the first episode of Will It Build for episode Heresy of Destiny 2. I am so excited to show you guys this build today because I have been using it to absolutely stomp on content in which I was 31 power levels down. I had all the survivability I needed. I had all the damage I needed. It's great for solo play. It's great for team play. All around a fantastic build. Typically for Will It Build, as you all know, I typically take your builds that you submit in the Discord server and show them off to the world. If we like them, you win 1,000 silver, and we do absolutely intend to do that this episode plenty. This one is my own creation that I drummed up real quick using the new on the prowl aspect, and I wanted to get this out to y'all as soon as possible so you can enjoy it nice and early. I've been getting a lot of requests to get a lot of builds out nice and early, so I wanted to get this one in your hands ASAP. Before I start though, I feel like it's customary that we do an emblem giveaway for this first episode of Will It Build in episode Heresy. So I'm giving away 2 of these Magnetosonic Waves emblems. One of them I given away to a random subscriber who comments something nice down below, whatever you want to say. And I'm actually giving another one away in this video. It's hidden somewhere in the video, so just keep your eyes peeled. I've hidden the code somewhere in the video. The other one, I will pick a random viewer that comments down below, and I will reach out to them to make sure they get that emblem. So this is utilizing the brand new aspect on the prowl, where when you enter invisibility, a random target gets marked as a priority target. Now, this can be any non-boss target. So it can be a rank and file target like a thrall. It can be a major target like a captain, like a orange bar captain. It can even be a champion or a mini boss target. It just can't be a full-on boss like the diamond icons. If you defeat this target, it creates a weakening cloud of smoke, so every nearby enemy that's around the weakening cloud of smoke will get that 20% debuff, so you do 20% more damage to them, and anyone who passes through it, both you and your allies, will go invisible. When you defeat the priority targets, even if you never even go into the smoke cloud, you all gain increased weapon reload speed and stability, and you're granted a surge of grenade melee and class ability energy, so it's really, really, really solid. You're right, I apologize. Weakened is 15%. That's my bad. Now, the second aspect we're going with this is Stylish Executioner, which you all know and love. Anytime you defeat an enemy that's afflicted with a void debuff, so that's weakened, suppressed, or volatile, you get invisibility and true sight, and that pairs perfectly with the exotic armor piece that we're going with for this build, the Gyrefalcon's Hauberk, where anytime you exit invisibility, you gain volatile rounds, something that will apply volatile to enemies and thus reactivate Stylish Executioner so you can continue forward with that loop. The reason we love on the prowl with this build so much though is twofold. One of the issues with Stylish Executioner is that you receive the 2 stylish debuff for 2 seconds after you defeat an enemy. Creating smoke clouds with on the prowl allows you to a certain degree circumvent this debuff and shoot much more frequently instead of having to space out your kills, because you can just hold down the trigger, spray and pray, and even if you get a kill during that 2-second period of 2 stylish, you can then just run into the smoke cloud that you created with on the prowl and boom, you're invisible immediately again. The second reason is that for team play, you offer invisibility to your entire team and keep your entire team safe, not just yourself, which is absolutely incredible for endgame content, stuff like Grandmasters, contest mode content. I think this is going to be a really nice build potentially for the new dungeon. Obviously, we don't know what encounters we're going to get yet, but being able to make your entire team invisible constantly just by killing enemies is really, really solid. Speaking of the new dungeon, by the way, there are 2 emblems that you can unlock by being in my live stream when the dungeon comes out at twitch.tv/Mactics. This first one right here, you can obtain simply by watching my live stream while we're doing the dungeon, while we're gunning for world's first. And the second one down here, you can obtain simply by gifting a sub in my stream anytime after the dungeon comes out. I believe it's February 7th all the way through March 4th. Just thought I'd mention, just in case you like these emblems and want to get them. Another massive benefit that On the Prowl brings to the table here with this build is if we look carefully at this middle paragraph, defeating priority targets creates a weakening cloud of smoke. You're effectively, as long as you're prioritizing these marked targets, you're always creating weakening clouds in the packs of enemies. So even if you're not actually running in and stepping into the cloud to get the invisibility invisibility, you're still weakening everything around all of the enemies, which again, if you end up running out of volatile rounds or something like that, and so you can't re-invis with your Gyrefalcons, the weakening will not only allow you to deal much more damage to all the enemies, but it kind of guarantees that you're going to be able to re-invis through Stylish Executioner, and then when you come out of invis, come back with those volatile rounds from Gyrefalcons. But you might be wondering, how are we going invisible in the first place? Because typically on a Void Hunter build, we'd go invisible with Trapper's Ambush with the Smoke Bomb, or we'd go invisible with Vanishing Step with our dodge, and we're not employing either of these with Stylish Executioner on the Prowl. We actually have 3 ways that we can go invisible with this build. Option 1 is simply by throwing our melee snare bomb at an enemy, weakening it, and then if we kill that enemy, we'll go invisible thanks to Stylish Executioner. Option number 2 is through our grenade, which I'm going with the scatter grenade for this build, but you can use whatever you want, in conjunction with one of our fragments, the Echo of Undermining, where our void grenades weaken targets, and subsequently when we killed them, it'll be us killing a void debuff target, which will make us invis, once again, through Stylish Executioner. Option number 3 is going to be through the Echo of Obscurity, where we get a target weak, we just put a couple of shots into it, and then getting a finisher on it will give us invisibility. While we're on the fragments, speaking of the rest of them, I also really like the Echo of Harvest on this build, where defeating weakened targets will create an Orb of Power and a Void Breach, which things are going to be weakened basically 24/7, either by our Snare Bomb, our Scatter Grenade, or the Weakening Cloud created from on the Prowl, and we'll be able to pick up those orbs to get Devour through Echo of Starvation. Anytime we pick up the Void Breach or an Orb of Power, we get Devour. It also refreshes the duration, 100 HP per kill, grenade energy per kill, really nice for survivability. And then to round things out, of course, you probably guessed, we're going with the Echo of Persistence, where anytime we get a Void buff, Invisibility, Devour, the main 2 we're getting here, they have increased duration. I'm also going with Gambler's Dodge, so we can snap our fingers and get an immediate refund of our Snare Bomb, so we have that option to weaken tankier targets or weaken squishy targets to activate our chain through Stylish Executioner. And then I'm going with Shadow Shot Deadfall, but you can really run whatever super you want. In terms of weaponry, Kinetic is entirely up to you. I've just been using this Tanasha's Mastery with Chill Clip because it feels absolutely incredible. I really enjoy it. But on the energy and heavy slots, we definitely want void weapons if we can to take advantage of the volatile rounds. And a weapon that I've been really loving with this build is the Hard Light, specifically in its void configuration. And the reason I've been loving Hard Light with this build is because of the trait it has called the Fundamentals, where if you read the second part of it, grants this weapon temporarily increased damage when you apply or receive an elemental pickup that matches this weapon's damage type. So anytime we apply Weaken, anytime we apply Volatile, we get a 30%, I believe it is, damage bonus on our Hard Light, and of course in its void configuration, it can spew out volatile rounds that it'll be receiving from Gyrefalcon's Halberd. As far as mods go for this build, obviously we're going to go with the Harmonic Siphon, so we can generate Orbs of Power on void weapon multi-kills. I'm going with the Heavy Ammo Scout and Finder. You can run whatever you want in these slots if you would prefer something else. Down on the gloves, we're going with the Harmonic Loader, so we reload the Hard Light a little bit more quickly when it's in its void configuration. And then I'm prioritizing my grenade and class ability energy as much as I can. So I've got Impact Induction, so when I throw my powered melee at an enemy, I'm getting grenade cooldown. And then I have Bolstering Detonation on, so that anytime I cause damage with my grenade, I get some class ability energy back, so I can dodge next to an enemy and go ahead and refund my melee charge, my Snare Bomb, so I can weaken something and start off my chain. On the Gyrefalcons, I'm just going with Concussive Dampener and some resistances. You can run whatever you want here, as you know, just match whatever damage types the enemies do that you're fighting. Down on the boots, I'm trying out a Harmonic Scavenger and double Void Weapon Surge, so we get an additional weapon damage bonus for our Hard Light and our heavy weapon whenever we pick up Orbs of Power. And then finally on the class item, I've got Reaper, so that when we dodge, generate an orb on the next kill, Powerful Attraction to scoop up all the orbs, and Bomber, so we get a little bit more grenade energy whenever we pop our class ability. So with that build put together, let me show you how it works in the daily Expert Lost Sector Aphelions Rest, where I am 30 power levels under the recommended power level. So if it cuts it in this activity, 30 power levels down, you know it's going to work anywhere. Let's go ahead and answer that question. Will it build? Like I said, the way we want to start out this build is by activating our invisibility initially. We have 3 ways to do that. Option 1 is we can simply throw a smoke bomb that's going to weaken the enemy, take him out, boom, we're invis. Now we have an enemy that we're marked for on the prowl. So if we kill this guy right here, that's going to create that smoke cloud for us. Allies can run through that and go invisible. You'll also notice the successful hunt buff on the left side of our screen anytime we successfully hunt an enemy. So when I kill this guy, you'll see it again for 7 seconds. That's going to give us our increase to weapon reload speed and weapon stability. It's also going to give us that chunk of class ability energy, melee energy, and grenade energy. So you'll notice when I kill this guy, look at my melee ability. jumps up a little bit, just like that. Go invisible right here. That guy gets marked. Look at the melee ability. Jumps up just like that. You're also noticing that we're always generating orbs of power. Keep your eye on the bottom left side of my screen throughout this video. You'll notice that we're always generating orbs from killing weakened enemies because that smoke cloud is weakening all the nearby enemies. So we're just getting so many orbs to fuel our armor charge for our weapon damage bonuses, the void weapon damage bonus for our hard light and our void heavy weapon. And we're getting so many orbs to fuel our devour as well. And obviously super energy, which is the main purpose of orbs. Or at least was the main purpose of orbs. I feel like they serve a different purpose now. The idea here is we're just kind of continuously we're playing very rhythmically, right? Where we're kind of chilling, making our way, cutting through everything. Whenever we don't have an enemy marked for on the prowl, we can kill whatever we want. And when we do have an enemy marked for on the prowl, we do want to try and prioritize killing that enemy specifically. So it creates the smoke cloud, gives us all the weapon damage buffs, creates the cloud for our allies. I've got an unstoppable Taken Phalanx here, who I'm just going to try and drop with my Chill Clip Tenacious Mastery. Uh-oh. Build's bad, actually. Turns out the build sucks. See you guys in the next video. So another thing I really like about this build is the single target damage options that you have as well for something like a champion. You have the weakening from your grenade. You have the weakening from the smoke bomb. So you just have a lot of ways to really chunk out enemies. Again, remember, we're 30 power levels down right now. So I'm going to refreeze him with my Tenacious so I can shatter and go ahead and get the stun on him. And then option number 2 to start off our chain of invis and on the prowl. That finisher right there, Echo of Obscurity, turns us invis. Boom, there's our on the prowl. It's funny, look at how polite the thrall are being. They know I'm making a build video right now. Hey, come on, man. Option number 3 for starting the on the prowl invis chain is, of course, like we said, our grenade with the Echo of Undermining. Throw that, weakens all the enemies. When they die, boom, that's gonna start it off. And then this is really devastating, like I said, even if you don't actually intend to go into the smoke cloud, because when you have packs of enemies that are just kind of grouped up together, and one of them gets marked by on the prowl, you can kill that one, creates the weakening smoke cloud nearby all of the other enemies, so they're taking a bonus 15% damage, and then you're just mowing through them with your volatile rounds, everything being weakened, everything just kind of dies right away. And so what I kind of want to do right now is I kind of want to use my invisibility and my on the prowl to take out all of these weaker targets before I really worry about that unstoppable Taken Phalanx. So I'm just going to kind of roam around. There was a situation right there, by the way, where normally I would not have gone invisible because I had the 2 stylish debuff, even though I killed that enemy with volatile rounds. But since that smoke cloud was right there, I ran through the smoke cloud from on the prowl, and I got to get a free instance of invisibility where otherwise I wouldn't have. Since all the trash mobs were dead, we just go ahead and carve right through that unstoppable Taken Phalanx. Smoke bomb to weaken the Taken Hobgoblin. Again, 30 power levels down. I know I keep saying it, but like I can't emphasize how good this is. Even for solo play, even if your teammates aren't taking advantage of your on the prowl smoke clouds, you have so many ways to weaken targets. You have so many ways to kind of like dance around the battlefield undetected, kind of culling the weaker enemies so you can isolate the tankier ones. Not to mention how much healing and grenade energy you're getting from the build as well for Devour. You're not only not dying because you're invisible literally whenever you want, but you're also kind of not dying because you're getting 100 HP on every single kill. It's absolutely spectacular build. So I really want to take out this Hobgoblin if we can, get the weaken on him with the grenade. I'm going to pull out the Tenacious again. I'm going to hit the dodge so I have the smoke bomb. Stun him. I actually didn't really need to smoke bomb him right there because I had him finishable, so I get the invisibility from Echo of Obscurity anyway, but it's perfectly okay because you'll notice as we start killing our hunted targets, we're going to keep getting those bursts of grenade energy, melee energy, and class ability energy. And that'll make it super easy to make sure we always have an ability on deck. Kill that guy so we go invisible from Gyrefalcons. Now we have a hunted enemy. Unfortunately, got fried by the knight, but that's okay. It's going to happen sometimes. You'll notice sometimes, too, the weakened enemies, or sorry, the hunted enemies, the enemies that were on the prowl, you see how this one's glowing very red compared to those ones? That means he is our hunted enemy. So if I run away, you'll notice that he's actually marked now. But when you're really close to them, you won't really see the mark. They'll just be glowing red. Just a quick little tidbit of info. Another piece of info you can use as well to know whether or not you have an enemy hunted is on the left side of your screen. See how it says on the prowl right now? That means that there's an enemy currently marked. When I don't have any enemies marked, see how it doesn't say on the prowl at all? Once I kill one of these guys, boom, now I have an enemy marked. Now I'm on the prowl again. What I was alluding to earlier is your single target damage, your tanky target damage, and your boss damage can also be really, really good with this build just because of how many sources of weaken you have. So I can throw that grenade right there, hit him with undermining, and absolutely rinse him with our GL. Then we got some more ads spawning. I'm going to throw the smoke bomb so I can start my Gyrefalcon's volatile rounds chaining. Mop up all of these trash mobs. That guy really loves to spit fire back there, doesn't he? And Devour plus the they're taking burn, man! Hit that guy with a grenade. That'll weaken him. Boom, there's our invis. We're a little weak, but I'll run over here, pick up this orb in this void breach. That'll give me full health from Devour. Start killing a couple more of these scions, mow on through them. There's our hunted target, kill him. Run through the smoke cloud because we had too stylish, but it's okay because we'll go invis anyway. Now we have volatile rounds. We can weaken this guy with tether. Volatile rounds plus weaken plus armor charge. He's out of there. Nice and easy. I should try a master law sector, shouldn't I? Should we go the higher difficulty and see if this build works 40 power levels down? I want to try out, I haven't done this yet, by the way, but I want to throw on master difficulty and see if this build can still cut it 40 power levels down, just to see what happens. Well, I'm not even going to explain what I'm doing. I'm not going to slow things down to explain the gameplay loop. We're just going to show this off in its glory and show what it's capable of. I'm trying to kind of clean up all of these taken thrall while luring the unstoppable over to me at the same time. Dude, hit that subscribe button if you've ever done that. Okay, so champion's finishable. Hit a finisher on him. Echo of Obscurity makes us go invisible. Activates on the prowl. Coming out of invisibility gives us our Gyrefalcons. I want to dodge next to this guy, not only to get my smoke bomb back for the future, but also because it'll make an orb through Reaper. Can pick up that orb. That'll give us our Devour. And it'll give us our armor charge as well. And then I just want to start spraying these enemies, chaining the Devour. Get up to like 15 seconds. Always getting grenade energy back. Get a weakening grenade in there. And then if any of these enemies get marked for on the prowl, that guy did actually, but we blew him up too fast, so we couldn't even see it. Just killing all these scions, get the weakening clouds of smoke. We have the taken phalanx actually marked for on the prowl now this time. Weaken him. Hit a finisher. There's our Echo of Obscurity, and we can do the process all over again. I'm gonna reload this so I re-shield clip. Reload this so I get my chill clip again. I'm trying to keep this guy weakened. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Nice and easy. Finisher. I really want to kill this guy. So I dropped the tether on him. Tether's supposed to proc his overload. God, there's so many champions. Let me throw out scatter grenade, try and get some damage on. So I have 2 champions up right now, but I also have a bunch of trash mobs. So I really want to take out all these trash mobs before I worry about the champions too much. Kill that guy. Go for my invis. And I kind of need to one-shot this hobgoblin before the unstoppable aggroes me and starts making his way up here. I'm just trying to continuously lay down chill clip. It's not working for some reason. Nice fire. Love that. Ah! Come on, guys, chill. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, fun. I just realized that this law sector has attrition on, so my HP regen is basically 0. Shoot the leg. Weaken. Lovely. Okay, that should make taking down this overload way easier now. So I'm actually gonna dodge next to it so we get our smoke grenade back. Reload this for our chilly clip. Now he's chilled And I'm just going to keep doing like, I'm going to do like bursts of 3. Just to make sure I'm always applying chill clip. Re-stun. Get the finisher on him, nice and easy. We can come out here, we'll get our volatile rounds from hard light. Pick that up so we get our devour. And we have more enemies coming in, which honestly is nice. I'm going to throw this so we weaken everything. Get a kill on the weakened enemy. That'll give us invis from stylish. And then we can hop over here. Kill another one of these enemies to refresh our invisibility. I need to get out of the fire that this guy is spewing. I'll hit an invis finisher on this guy as well, because that actually, believe, should give me overshield when I dodge now, and it does. And thanks to the Echo of Persistence, we actually have increased duration on those overshields also. I mean, it's not terrible damage for Master Lost Sector 40 power levels down. It's not, like, incredible, but primary ammo weapon. Weaken him. That smoke grenade was very unnecessary. And he's donezo. Okay. So it can hang at 40 power levels under in a Master Lost Sector, which in my opinion means it can hang absolutely anywhere. So, will it build? Absolutely yes. I'll have a Mobalytics link for you guys linked in the description below. I definitely intend to flesh this out a little bit more and make a full-on traditional, nicely edited guide video, but I wanted to get this out for you guys as soon as humanly possible so that you could have something to play around with at the beginning of the episode. If you want to see even more build videos for episode Heresy of Destiny and onward, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so that all my videos get recommended to you, and hit the like button on this one if you enjoyed it. As always, make sure you submit any good build ideas you have in the Will It Build channel in my Discord server down below for a chance to have it featured in a video and to win 1,000 silver with that feature if we do indeed like it. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.